Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Here with another mindset video. So let's get right to the money. Let's go. Hate comes with winning. When you start to level up, you're gonna get hate. It comes with the territory. And at first, it doesn't come from strangers. The hate's gonna come from people in your own environment, people that you know, people that you see, people that are around you. And it's a weird feeling because when you start to level up in life and you start to stack some wins, whether it's daily wins, weekly wins, monthly wins, you think everybody's going to root for you. You think everybody's going to be super supportive of you starting a business or you getting in shape or you leveling up. But what starts to happen is people are stuck in their own cycle of average. People are stuck in their own cycle of issues and dramas that they got. And if they see you start to surpass them, that love quickly turns to hate. And you just have to understand that this is just part of the process of you on the self-development journey, of you on a get into the money journey, of you leveling up journey, that people are going to switch up on you. They're going to love you one day and be on some goofy shit the next day. And the reason why this is because people will always relate to the struggle because we all go through struggles. We all have ups and downs in our lives. But what happens is when you overcome some struggles and you don't bring those people along, they'll turn on you. And I'll give you an example, right? So when I was in my 20s, I was like the brokest man in America. I had like a couple jobs, and you would get paid on Friday, and you go out on the weekends, you get turned up with the homies on Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, fun days, all that stuff, and then be somewhat responsible on Mondays and Tuesdays. I got these bills to pay, so I'm good, right? And then I have a little bit of money, but I don't get paid again till like the next paycheck, right? So when I was in my 20s, I couldn't afford a car. I didn't have money for a car. And this is back before Ubers and Lyfts and all the apps and all the rideshare stuff. So it was like local cab companies. So I used to have to walk pretty much everywhere I went, or I would catch a ride with one of the homies. And I live in New York, so sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's windy. The elements are out. And I would see people I know that I was cool with, and sometimes they would give me rides. But then as I started to get older, I was like 25, 26, I started noticing people would just beep, beep and just keep it moving. They wouldn't stop and pick me up. And at first I was like, man, what the fuck is going on? Like, homeboy just drove right past, but I realized that people had their own thing going on. Maybe they had to be somewhere at a certain time. They didn't want to stop and pick me up. But I realized I had to get my money up. I had to really get to the bag to get a car. So I remember I was like 28, 29, and I decided, look, I'm gonna go ghost mode. I'm gonna stack up. I'm gonna pay all my bills, make sure nothing's holding me back from getting this type of car that I want. And I did it. It took me like a year and a half, 2 years. And I went to the dealership, had the money, had the credit, got the car. And I started to notice when I started driving around that some of the people that I knew would have these like slick little jokes. Oh, it's about time you finally got a car. Oh, I thought you was gonna be walking forever. And I'm like, these are kind of like some hater comments, bro. It's like you weren't like encouraging. You weren't like, oh, that's fly, that's dope, that's cool, bro. And I was like, yo, this is some hate on the low type shit. Because like I think that certain people expected you to always stay at that level. You be a broke guy who never had a nice car. And then all of a sudden you're driving a better car than they got. But you know what? They've had cars ever since they were 15. Their mom or their dad gave them a car when they was 16, 17. So they've been riding all these years, right? And so I experienced that firsthand of like when you start winning, even little small wins, people will hate on you and people will throw these little jabs at you. You just got to roll with the punches. So if you guys are going through something like that right now, just understand it comes with the territory. There's gonna be these little indicators that people are kind of hating on you, but it's not very obvious and it's not really direct. And what you have to do is you just have to disappear from the environment. You got to go ghost. You got to stay away from the bars, stay away from the nightclubs, stay away from the strip clubs, stay away from the spots that are holding you back, and see who's going to show you love when you do it. Right? That's when you really see who's really rocking with you. When you stop spending a bunch of money at the bar, when you stop hanging out at certain spots where you know it's not really good for your future, the people are like, yo, where you at? How come you ain't pulling up? How come you not coming through? They just want you to stay in the same cycle they're in, right? Because they don't really love their situation. So they want to bring as many people as possible. So it's like they say, like, misery loves company, right? If they're miserable, they want you to stay miserable. But they don't package it like that. right? Oh, you getting up early for the gym? You reading books? You doing this stuff? Man, that's weird. Like, how is that weird? This is part of being an adult, right? You know what I mean? You can't do certain things when you're in your 40s that you used to do in your 20s, right? You're supposed to grow and evolve. And every level that you start to level up comes with more critics. It comes with more responsibility. So if you have this mindset of leveling up and improving, just understand that the next level has more critics. The next level has more haters. And you just have to keep showing up and keep showing love to yourself and the people who believed in you and the people who invested in you. If they weren't rocking with you when you was broke, don't be smiling in their face when you up and you got the money, because that's what a lot of people do. They will doubt you, they will clown you, they won't support you, and then soon as you up and soon as you lit, they all want to be your best friend. They all tell you how you were great. They all tell you how they believed in you, right? So show love to yourself and just rock with the people who always rock with you when you was down and you was out. And this all comes from having like a winning mindset. Most winners have small circles. Small circles of people that they really rock with and they really handle business with, right? If you have a big entourage of people, half those people are probably fake, bro. Half those people are along for the ride. As soon as you go broke, they out the door. Your girl, that you rocking with, your girlfriend, wifey, whatever, go broke. See if she really down for you, right? Lose your job, lose a couple opportunities, and see if she's still really rocking with you, right? So a lot of winners understand that, like, keeping a small circle is important, because if something happens, I got 2-3 homies I can reach out to. They can hold me down. They can help me out. If you got 20-30, man, I'm telling you, 2/3 of those dudes ain't really rocking with you like that. So when you start leveling up and you start winning, try to keep your circle small. And plus, there's less people knowing your business. There's less people, who could sabotage situations. It's kind of like being exclusive, right? If everybody's invited to this party and everybody's always on some bullshit, then I stop going to those parties, right? You know what I mean? Because it's like anybody can show up, anybody can pop up in here. Nah, I'm good, right? And this is why they say, like, it's lonely at the top. That's a very common phrase. It's lonely at the top. The reason why it's lonely at the top is because only a few people actually have the mindset to pull it off, and they have the habits and the discipline to pull it off. So when you get to a certain level, you're like, where everybody at? Oh, they're still down there doing some goofy shit. And you had to get disciplined. You had to get locked in. You had to get focused. You had to double down on yourself. You had to keep believing in yourself. And now that's why it's a small group of people who got the same type of habits and the same type of grind you got. So if you find yourself in this journey of trying to level up and you feel like you're losing people and you're losing friends, honestly, bro, you're not really. It's just that the higher you go, less people are able to achieve what you're trying to achieve. And you may have a different goal too. You may want to start a business and this person wants to get a promotion in a job. It's two different avenues, right? But if y'all both got the same type of mindset of, yo, man, we got to put in more work, we got to lock in, y'all can still kick it and still relate to a lot of stuff. But if somebody just wants to do things that are going to destruct success, then you got to stay away from them. So when people start hating on you for doing the right thing, you're on the right path, bro. You're on the right path. So keep going. Never give up. Believe in yourself. That's the message for today. If you like this type of content, man, hit the like button. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the vibe. Y'all know what to do. I'm up out of here. It's your guy, Al. Peace.